Editor Leah back here again and giving a bit of credit where credit is due for the music that we do use in the video. If you'd like to skip over this, jump to this timestamp. But other than that, here are the audios that we use. Claire de Lune Extended by Lethfoxian. Serenity Fantasy Music Royalty Free by Jonathan Segev. Large Heart Legends 2019 full album, Northern Ambient, Neo-Folk, Acoustic Black Metal by Cold Siberian Music. And finally, 1 hour Epic Western Music Mix by 1 Hour Station.
After traveling for a while, it was nice to rest. Everyone there was nice to me. Really nice to me. It was different from how people treated me at home. They were nice, but it is different here. I don't know how to put my finger on it. Oh, I also met Yune again. After so many years, I love seeing a familiar face. Although, some people said things. They might have thought we were more than we were. I'm unsure of how they saw it as such. Uzur was nice. I'm glad to see his face in the guild when we visit the bar. He's also the bread boy. I think I forgot to pay him. That aside, we were tasked to deal with a type of undead infestations, as well as more dangerous ones entitled shadows. Speaking of which, the undead did not seem to hurt me, or at least, trying not to hurt me. They were quite stressful if you ask me, but I had Yune there with me. I was fine. I also learned a bit about him there. Humans cannot see in the dark. He could. He could also fly. I then did not know what to call him, but I later learned it. But that is not a story for me to tell. For a while, I did not reveal to Yune what I was, from where I gained my power. I believe I told him I was born with it. All I know is that I did not want to show anybody my tone. The story after does not leave a pleasant taste in my mouth. There was a man by the name of Roland who owns a bar. One of the first times I was in there, he was treating Uzur poorly, and I could not sit around and watch. He did not appreciate that and stormed off, but that was the first time. After Yune and I finished dealing with the undead, he shoved me out of the building into the alleyway. Even today, I'm not sure why, maybe to teach me a lesson not to speak up, but I refused to fight back. And his voice cracked in the back of my head. He wanted me to hurt him. He wanted me to kill him. Only when I knew Roland would not stop, I retaliated. Seeing that I was not in the bar, Yune went looking for me and helped me. Getting to me when I cast a louder spell which also caused Uzur to step outside. Roland was arrested, but I felt awful for the mess I caused, even if I did not begin the fight.
I had originally thought my journey to this town would be like any other. I would travel through, order a glass of tea, fix some minor problem of the village, and then vanish, without even speaking my name. This was my routine, and it is something that I had felt some degree of comfort with. And this problem the village faced was most likely an undead rift, at least for what I knew. However, I had stumbled upon someone I had known, a person named Naoma. It was a pleasant surprise at first, but something was wrong. Even worse so, she felt the need to lie about her situation. However, I'm not one to judge, and I felt she could use a moment to feel good about herself. So I asked if she wanted to help, and she obliged. I feel that this little moment of heroism could possibly make her feel a little better. Even though she won't tell me what her circumstances are, I can at least make her feel a little happier. At the time, I was perplexed by her relationship with the undead, as the risen corpses of the town's mine had completely ignored her. I thought it was curious, but I doubted I could find the answer. We had easily dispatched the undead, however, I had shown my true form in the process. I thought we would most likely separate afterwards due to my hesitation to close connections at the time, so I thought it didn't matter. However, someone tried to hurt her after this. Human noble. Your attacker had turned on me, and I used a spell that turned his hand to necrotic flesh. In self-defense, mostly. But it seems to me that this noble was using his position to get away with killing. But I was far less focused with him and was more concerned about Naoma. No matter how much I might have tried to ignore personal connections, these last few centuries, I cannot ignore the state she was in. She possessed an unknown evil power. It had clearly been through traumatic events and now stared into the eyes of a murderer. So I offered to travel with her. Possibly head to a guild I had heard about. I thought she'd enjoy her time there as a lore finder, although apparently it was more complicated than that. I think you can agree.
Complicated. You could say that.
I wandered into a town looking for work. Mercive, if I read the sign correctly. Anyway, I rested at the inn for a bit and then went to the town hall looking for work. The guard outside wasn't remarkably nice, but I got inside anyway. I didn't commit a crime. No crime. The kind people inside hired me to investigate an abandoned mine, and they directed me to the last person inside. Before I began, I had a drink in the bar and won a drinking game with a broomstick of a man. He took one shot of fire whiskey and passed out like a baby. Quite pathetic. In the morning I met the last person who survived the mine, and they told me that they broke through a wall, and the monsters came out and killed everyone else. So I left for the mine, and some undead bastards were waiting for me. I skillfully dealt with them, no trouble here. After my victory, a crossbow was pointed in my face. That bitch from the bar hired a cowboy-looking ass elf to kill me. I guess he either realized his employer was a cunt, or say semi-respectable warrior is beyond me. But we agreed to work together. We rested up a bit and went inside. There I found my favorite prestidigitation ball, and some shadowy bastards. We executed them. This is where I started respecting the creature known as Lytian for trying to kill me. Anyway, we slept in the cave, and when we woke up, this bastard looks completely different and now talks like a newborn child. I have 2 words. The fuck. Pushing aside the weirdest thing I've ever seen, we return to get paid, and some shady motherfucker invites us to join this 4-cross guild, but he did it in a super shady way. Does not build confidence. So, me and Child went to celebrate in the bar, and he got milk. I guess it builds bones. Well, my new favorite barkeep decided to try something, and the Child passed out too! I can't be the only one who can handle a shot of fire whiskey, can I? This time, he woke up as a butler? So me and Butler Man left to the Rippers to join this shady-ass guild that wants us so badly.
It all started with me waking up in a town I didn't really recognize or remember going to. So I decided to go outside and get my bearings, and I saw this man who looked a little tipsy. Or, nah, just flat out drunk. He was complaining about being cheated out of money and some crazy man in the woods who robbed him blind. And I, having nothing better to do, decided to go after this cheat in the woods. I ended up finding him, but it was just some paladin in half-plate falling off a ladder. So I decided to talk to the man. Apparently his name's Autumn, and he was hired to clear out this mound of undead. And I was like, yeah, why not? Let's join him. So we did that. We cleared the mine of all the undead, and there was quite a few of them. So after that, me and Autumn went back to town. And when we got to our inn that we were both staying in, some man threw a dagger at us. Now apparently he was a cleric of the 4-Cross Guild, and that dagger was an invitation. Now I don't know what Autumn was thinking necessarily, but all I know is that I really had nothing better to do. And sure, why not? I was living alone for 2 years. Might as well go and do something for once. So, me and him were both off, fought some goblins along the way to the city that the guild was in. We found out that to get to the guild hall, we had to go through the sewers, which wasn't really a pleasant time. So, me and Autumn went, fought some spiders, and when we got there, we met with a bunch of new people as well, being Naoma, Yone, and Duna, and we all decided to form a group together. And that's it, that's how I joined the guild.